Good morning, it's Friday the 15th of May and today we're going to be calculating angles. So let's have a look. So our ANCA question, so use the digit cards to fill in the missing angles. Each angle is a multiple of 5. Remembering our multiples and multiples of 5, so it must be in the 5 times table. So we've got the digits 4, 5 and 6. We're also going to use our knowledge of our estimating of angles. So our first one, we know this and this are both already multiples of 5. So here, there's only one number that is a multiple of 5, and that is 5. So this must equal 5. So 75. Also, we're going to draw on our knowledge that this here is a straight line, which equals 180 degrees. So we know that. So we can do 180, take away 75, which equals 105. So with this and this has got to equal 105 as a total. So let's have a look. This angle is larger than this angle. So I'm left with, if I just get rid of the 5, I'm left with the 4 and the 6. I need to make this a larger angle. Put the 6 here to make it 65, and then here a 4 to make it 40. I've used all the correct digits, and this also equals, if I was to do 65, add 40, it equals 105, which is my total that I had here. So that is how you would work a question like that out. So your flashback for today is looking at scale factor again for question 1. For ratio, for question 2, for every glass there are how many straws? Change 78 meters to kilometers and write 26 million in figures. Also have a go at telling the time. I'm going to show you the daily video now that will help you with the rest of your learning.
Hello again. Flashback 4 time. Pause the video, have a go at the questions. Okay, let's go at question 1. Number 1. What is the scale factor of enlargement from shape A to shape B? I'm looking at the corresponding lengths and I can see that for shape A it's 5, for shape B it's 15, which is 3 times greater. So the scale factor of enlargement is 3 times larger. Number 2. Complete the sentence. For every glass there are blank straws. Well, I can see for every one glass there are 3 straws. Number 3. Change 78 meters to kilometers. I know there are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer, so I would divide 78 by 1,000, 0.078. Write 26 million in figures. You should have written it as 26 and then 6 zeros. And the time on the clock is 12:15. Okay, we're going to start thinking now about calculating angles. We can see that 2 lines have met at a point, and that point forms a straight line. How many degrees are there in a straight angle? You might think back to last lesson, but we could use a protractor to help us. Remember, we've got the origin of the vertex, and we've got the baseline on one of the lines, and we can see it goes from all the way to 0 to 180. Here we go. There are 180 degrees in a straight angle. Okay, we've still got the straight angle, can you see it? But now we've got 2 angles, x and y. Let's have a look at these 2. Let's measure x using a protractor. Starting off at the origin and the baseline, we're pointing at 0 at the moment, and we're going to use the outer scale, the ones in black. Here we go. From x, we can see it has a measurement of 135 degrees. How many more will I have to get to the next line? I'll carry on the turn. Again, I can measure that one. It's gone from 135 to 180. That must mean that y is worth 45. I'm noticing something here. 135 plus 45 sums to 180 degrees. I can see that these two angles are both on a straight line, so the total must be 180 degrees. We can see that these two angles are on a straight line, and we can call them adjacent angles on a straight line, and we know the sum of them will be 180 degrees. The phrase adjacent angles, it means angles that share a common line. The common line they share is the one in green. And a common vertex is where the two lines meet. This is the common vertex they share. And they're also on a straight line. Okay, we're going to think now about identifying whether the angles are adjacent on a straight line. You've got 5 angles to decide here. Are they adjacent on a straight line? Pause the video, have a think for yourself. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look at the first one. I can see the angles share a common line and a common vertex, and they're on a straight line. These angles are adjacent on a straight line. Let's have a look at the next one. They share a common vertex and they share a common line, but they're not on a straight line. What about the third one? They share a common vertex, they share a common line, and they're on a straight line. Yes, that is also adjacent. What about this one? Whilst it might look like they're on a straight line, the angles are not adjacent because they don't share a common line. So in this case, they are not adjacent on a straight line. What about this one? We can see this time we have 3 angles. They share a common line, but they also share a common vertex. And they're also on the same straight line. In this case, they are adjacent on a straight line. We've got 2 angles here. We can see they're both on the same straight line, and they both share a common vertex. So the total of them must be 180 degrees. What happens if we were to find out one of the values? One of the values is 120. Let's put it into our equation. Blue angle plus 120 equals 180. How could I calculate the missing angle? Well, I could subtract 120 away from 180, and that would give me the value of the blue angle. 180 minus 120 is equal to 60 degrees. So therefore I know that the angle must be 60 degrees. Okay, one for you to think about now. What is the value of x? Pause the video, have a go yourself. Okay, how did you get along? You may be able to do this one in your head, but we know that x plus 70 is equal to 180. So therefore, I know that x must equal 110, because 110 plus 70 is equal to 180. Pause the video, have a go at questions 1 to 3. I want you to think now, where have you seen a full turn like this before in your life, in your day-to-day life? Perhaps you might be thinking of a clock, picturing it as the minute hand or the hour hand. You might have also been thinking about a scale as it goes round. But we can see, can't we, both of these things have something in common. They both share a point. Both the clock and the scale turn around the point. So, we've got 2 lines here. Where is the point of turn? Let's look at the first one. Can you visualize where was the point of turn? In this case, it was there. What about this next one? Where do you think it might be? Where's that point of turn? Hopefully, you've identified the point of turn was there. Now then, what would the sum of angles W, X, Y and Z be? If we visualise the full turn, where would the point be? We've done a full turn there, around a point. So then, W, X, Y and Z must equal 360 degrees. I've done a full turn. And this was the point. But what about this one? We know the angles 70 plus y plus 100 plus w equals 360, but they could be anything. Unless, can you see any angles that are adjacent on a straight line? I can see that 70 plus y is adjacent on a straight line. So these two are adjacent, so 70 plus y equals 180. Therefore, y must equal 110. But what about any others? Can you see any other angles that are adjacent on a straight line? Well, 100 and w are also adjacent on a straight line. So 100 plus w equals 180. So w must equal 80 degrees. So together, 100 plus 80 plus 110 plus 70 equals 360 degrees. Have a go at the rest of the questions.
So have a go at the rest of the questions that have been emailed out to you or on the school website. And also remember to log on to Learning by Questions so you can have a go at the challenges that are on there. Good luck.